Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. This story comes from Ireland in the county of Roscommon, and it's about the murder of a Detective Garda called Colm Horkan. He was shot dead on Wednesday at 11:45 on the night after he stopped a man on a moped after receiving reports of someone acting suspiciously in the town. The Irish Mirror reported that the 49-year-old detective stopped the man, and then the man proceeded to attack him and grabbed his official Gardi issue pistol before firing 15 rounds at the officer, hitting him multiple times. Shocked colleagues of Detective Horkan were just 5 minutes away in Castlerea Garda Station and heard the shots before running to his aid. Two officers then managed to overpower the killer, who had gunned down their colleague in cold blood with his own gun. An ambulance was on the scene, but Detective Horkan was fatally injured and died from his wounds at the scene. And it has now emerged that the man they've arrested for the murder, he hasn't been charged yet, but they've arrested a man called Stephen Silver, who is a mechanic, and he has recently come back from the UK. They said he had minor convictions for road traffic and public order and was involved in half a dozen mental health incidents, the police said. Sources said the killer stood over the Garda's body after shooting him dead and made no attempt to get away. All 15 rounds from the handgun were fired, and tragically the officer was killed, and he was hit at least 6 times. Other rounds went through a bank and a shop window in the town centre. He was being held under Section 30 of the Offences Against the State Act, and the police said that he did press-ups while in custody. The papers go on also to say that the news of the callous killing has sent shockwaves through the entire police force and rocked Colm's hometown of Charlestown in County Mayo. Another Irish paper says he'd served as a police officer for 24 years, and to think that this happened so quickly and just something as simple as a traffic stop and has resulted in the brutal murder of a police officer. A lot of friends and family have paid tribute to this man, and at the end of the day he was doing his job. Some people don't agree with the job that they do, but at the same time it's a vital service, as they said when they paid tribute to him. The Garda Commissioner said that the death of a Garda detective on duty in Castlerea has come as a shock to us all. As the President of Ireland, I wish to express my deepest sympathy to the family and friends of the Garda and all those that are affected by this tragedy. The Garda play a crucial role in our communities, and this loss of life is tragic to society as a whole. The Justice Minister Charlie Flanagan said that he's deeply shocked and saddened at the shooting of a Garda member in Roscommon last night, and a full murder investigation is underway. The brave detective who died last night in the line of duty serving and protecting the community. His death will cause untold heartache to his family, loved ones and colleagues across the whole country. It's also sad as the wider society to see his heroism and the debt of gratitude that is being shown to him. The women and men of the Garda serve the community as a whole to protect Ireland. In their everyday duty, they put the welfare of others ahead of themselves. It is to them that we turn to in times of crisis, and including the current pandemic. So it would be definitely interesting to find out what mental health background this guy has and the issues that led to this, because could this have been avoided? Could this murder have been avoided? So I'd really appreciate it if you leave your comments, your thoughts, and please pay your respects to the man that lost his life, and my condolences to his family. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and follow us on Scarcity Studios on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Peace.
Colm Horkan. Colm served in Garda Siochana for 24 years, and he did serve here in this town local area for 21 years. Much respected by his colleagues, respected by his community, last night. And although we feel this loss very severely, our thoughts are with his family and the loss that they now must bear following the dreadful death last night. We have made one arrest, and a full investigation is swung into place. We would ask the community, anyone in the local community who can assist us with this investigation, to do so. If we saw anything suspicious last night, anything which stays in their mind now as a rising concern, they should come and speak to us. Obviously, it's an investigation where we want to also then reap in whatever people might have in terms of CCTV, but also then footage from vehicles or mobile phone footage. We understand that perhaps an image of the scene was shown on social media very shortly afterwards. We'll ask that person to come forward and present that footage to us. It was very useful and very important to this investigation. So ultimately we have lost, for no good purpose here today, a really beloved member of this community. Garda are doing their duty, are doing what I have asked of them and what the community would ask of them in terms of making sure they're preventing crime and keeping people safe. And this is a dreadful loss for us all in this society.
Commissioner, can you give any explanation? I mean, people are bewildered, people are shocked. I mean, I know there's an investigation, but is there any explanation you can give to people as to why this might have happened?
Well, the facts as we know them at this time are that this was in effect a conversation between Detective Garda Horkan and a member of the public. There's then an altercation during which then the service pistol that Garda Horkan was carrying was then used against him, and he was shot and fatally wounded. He received very prompt and professional medical attention, but to no avail, and died from his injuries.
Like, do you know, Commissioner, was the suspect known to Detective Garda Horkan?
Well, that's difficult for me to say at this point in time. Probably in that Detective Horkan had spent so much service here and would have known so many people, it would be hard to say who he didn't know in the town and in the surrounding area.
Can we ask how his colleagues are doing today? You've met with them.
Well, yes, I've spoken to the station party here, and right across in Garda Siochana, all of us are extremely saddened and shocked to hear that the news has developed during the night. We've rallied round as an organisation. There's been a huge level of community support, but also organisational support here for the local Gardi. And that's evident in the personnel who've turned out here to support the investigation, but also to support the operation which is in place in terms of cordons, etc. We have a crime scene investigation ongoing, that's a thorough investigation, and again, full resources of Garda Siochana are being placed into this investigation. So we have responded to this as an organisation, but it is with deep sadness that this has happened at all.
Will you be meeting Garda Horkan's family?
Badly hit because obviously the Detective Garda Horkan was killed last night, but there are two Gardi who were killed here almost 40 years ago, and there was going to be a ceremony for them in July.
Yes, that's correct. And 7th of July would have been the 40th anniversary of those two murders. And so it's particularly poignant and tragic that we've had the death of another servant, Garda member, voluntarily cutting those two legal safety in this local area. So it's just one of these tragic coincidences that happen in life, and we do bear in mind the events of 40 years ago.
Will you be meeting Garda Horkan's family today, or have you any words for them?
Well, I hope to meet them in person this afternoon, and obviously I want to convey my own deep personal sympathy to them, but also the sympathy and support of Garda Siochana, and obviously we will all be there for them in the weeks, months and years ahead to support them with the terrible burden that they now have to bear.
Commissioner, an attack on the Garda is an attack on the state, and it's an attack on democracy. Can you reassure people today that this is more likely a one-off incident rather than a targeted attack or connected with any bigger picture?
Well, I can certainly say at this moment in time there's no sense at all of a bigger picture, either organised crime or subversive. So what we have here is a random act, obviously a violent act which has led to the death of Detective Garda Horkan. And so it is tragic, and it is an attack upon us all. Policing is an extension of good citizenship, and we should acknowledge that this demeans and belittles us all, and actually it grieves us all as a society that this has happened. It's not how we see or view ourselves, and it's not how we wish to be viewed elsewhere. So you're correct to say it is an attack upon society.
Last question from Conor.
Was Garda Horkan responding to a call out or intervening in any altercation, or was there anybody else on the scene at the time?
There were various calls ongoing, but the Garda Horkan himself was engaged in an anti-crime patrol, and that would have been obviously around our ongoing work in respect of both burglary patrols, anti-crime in terms of anti-drugs patrols as well. So there were incidents ongoing, but he was on patrol on a general anti-crime patrol.
Okay, thank you very
much. A review of this incident from the Garda Colm, a review of the security around and the issues that may arise aside from the murder.
Yes, and is it likely to lead to a rethink on how police respond to incidents of this nature, Commissioner?
Well, I think we're in the very early stages. This is only 13 hours in. Obviously, we will wish to review our tactics and our resources and our methodology of policing. But bear in mind, we do police with the consent of the community. We are a community-based policing service. This act is unusual and is an aberration in terms and viewed as that as such. And so we'll have to think very, very carefully before we would change our policing tactics. Our policing tactics are successful in that we enjoy the full support of this society. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody.
Thanks.